You know, I heard they recently decided to add more ships to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes. I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh?
And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by Mr. Handyman. Andy,
Hey, that's me.
how are you now, good buddy?
Oh, I'm Peachy.
This is a very special episode.
Very special.
I think this classifies you as a reoccurring guest.
It does.
The bearded bastard. The sexy motherfucker. Mr. brings his own whiskey. Thank fucking Christ.
No.
Adam's back for another episode.
You got it. You got it.
You were on, what, 6-8 months ago, I think it was? I have
I
no
don't
idea.
remember.
I don't know.
It's been a long time.
Time is a concept.
An episode or two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A few.
Yeah. But welcome back to the podcast, buddy. How you been?
I've been good. It's good to be back.
I haven't seen you in a while. It's always nice to see you.
It's always good to catch up when we can.
Yeah. It's not a love affair. God, he brought whiskey. Well, what the fuck?
It sounds like a lot.
Do you want to share what you brought with? It's fucking delicious.
We are currently sipping on a little bit of Master's Blend Old Elk. A little double wheat.
Oh, it's good. It's real smooth. What's the proof on it? It's like 107 proof or something?
It is 107.1.
Wow.
So math and stuff. What is that?
That's like 50.
53 and a half
Yeah, 53.5%.
alcohol.
53.55.
But there's no bite to it. It is so fucking good.
Fine.
And I think as we read earlier, it was distilled in Indiana,
Yeah. And then bottled by Old Elk, which is, where was it based again?
Colorado.
Colorado.
So it left Indiana, went to Colorado, and then come back to rural Illinois,
Illinois.
where we're sucking it down
That's right. Fucking.
and putting the wheat back in the earth somehow.
That's right. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, whiskey to liver, and
Piss out the rest.
something.
I was going to say, you started it. You got to end it, man.
Not trying to get all biblical because one of our rules is, it says no religion bashing.
Yeah.
I can quote scripture.
Yeah, I mean.
Not that I want to by any means, but
That's still a slippery slope.
Eh.
I know how you would quote it. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, we'll just stop there.
yeah, that's fine. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, whiskey to liver, and nuts to butts.
All right.
Cheers
fine.
to that. Here we
Cheers.
go. Yeah.
Nuts to butts.
Cheers.
Any hoodles.
Question is, are you in front or back on nuts to butts?
Well, when I sleep with Anna, it's
I
nuts to
don't want
butts.
to know the. I mean, I figured.
We cuddle.
But still.
What? We're married. It's legal.
Is it though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's legal. They're married.
Uh-huh.
Shut up. Don't. You've known me longer.
I like him better.
Oh.
Wait, never mind. I retract that statement. I'm in your basement.
I was gonna say, motherfucker.
I'm going to kick you out 5 minutes into the podcast. Shit.
Get out of my
Get the fuck out.
At one time, I was a welcomed guest here.
I think you're still a welcome. I mean, obviously, you're back.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, you're a welcome guest.
You're just an
For now.
entertaining motherfucker. That's all it is.
At least,
What was-
you think I'm sexy.
No. He said you were entertaining, not sexy.
In the intro, he called me the bearded bastard, sexy motherfucker.
Oh,
That's right, I did.
So,
Came up with that off the cuff. I didn't write shit down. See? I just wrote down Mr. Handy. I wrote down your intro. Came up with his on the fly.
So see,
I always thought he was handsy, not handy.
Well, he's that too.
Yeah, you get a couple whiskeys in him, and he starts touching everybody. And
The good whiskey.
Here, let me just.
yeah.
He's not
massage your inner thigh.
Actually, I was
tiger.
going to say Andrew's not a cheap date, but I think he is a cheap date.
Oh, he's a cheap date.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's a cheap fuck for sure.
What do you mean?
I bought that bottle of Proper 12 and put it out in Club Rick, and fucking it's half gone.
So, you guys got me shit faced.
I didn't
For the
do
record.
shit.
I feel like Andrew's the type you could take him to McDonald's, get him a Big Mac, and he's gonna put out.
Big
Guaranteed.
He'll at least give you a
Okay, I'll
reach
give you a
around.
small fry.
I know you will.
I was thinking give you the small fry, so I get the small fry. But
Jesus Christ.
The Big Mac, you know, I'd be perfectly happy with like a 20-piece.
okay, we'll go to Arby's and get a 2 for $5.
Ooh, Arby's. I do fuck for Arby's. but not as good as if it was like crab ragoons from a Chinese place. Oh,
I was gonna say
man.
hibachi, but that's too much money for me. For you,
No, just fuck that. Like
Dude,
Panda
Chinese
Express, Great
buffet.
Wall.
Just
a Chinese
but I don't like
buffet.
pandas.
Why-
You like
dude.
eating a panda?
You know what?
Panda Express?
After
Yeah, you eat pandas.
No, you find the local buffet place. I've
Oh.
had Panda before.
please, pandas are near extinction.
Yeah, so why are you eating them?
You know why pandas are...
It's not pandas.
You know why
I mean,
pandas
it's
aren't-
dogs and cats.
They
Oh.
aren't extinct because we think they're cute. They should have died off years and
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
They're so fucking stupid. They should have died years ago.
When the baby sneezes and scares the fucking mom.
And then she doesn't take care of the baby for the next 3
Yeah,
weeks.
they're
Yeah,
fucking
they should
stupid.
fucking die.
Survival of the fittest.
Well, that
They're
is-
also not fit.
No,
They're just a big ball of
like your dog.
yeah,
Daisy is so
fluffy.
fluffy now.
What's
Put
with-
that in air quotes.
Yeah,
Fluffy.
What's with the air quotes?
Though she's very chunky.
Yes, she's a tank.
She's a husky.
Yeah, she's a
I'd hate
tank.
to pick her up and put her in a vehicle.
I couldn't. Well,
I think,
no,
I,
I,
think
probably
I'd,
could.
I think I'd throw my back out.
I'd have to live with my legs.
Not your back in a jerking, twisting fashion.
Yes, that is correct. Like
Proper, proper lifting procedure.
moving all your father's fucking furniture. Yes.
Ah, well, yeah.
We gotta.
Hey, you got out of that chair deal here.
No,
not
you
too
didn't.
long ago.
Once I got back to rural Illinois, once it left rural Illinois and came back to rural Illinois, I had to move it.
Well, me and Andrew
You
didn't
had
have a
to
problem
help.
getting it loaded on
I helped.
rural Illinois.
You could have done it by yourself, but I came and helped
I know,
because I was hungover. I'm like, I don't have fuck else going on.
but see, I had already asked for your help,
right.
and I didn't want to call
That's
you
the
and
thing.
be like, I don't need your help.
See, the worst part about that was we were supposed to all meet up and get breakfast or lunch in that deal, and it did not work out that well.
It just didn't happen.
No,
No.
well, you were
Schedules
having
didn't-
a
Fred got the new furniture,
Yeah.
and we didn't get lunch.
yeah. Well, you were having a hell of a day at your job.
Oh yeah,
Had to make what 2 parts runs? Just
oh
one?
yeah, that's a pretty normal day anymore. Everything's broke.
Everything broke.
Lame.
When the piece of machinery you're working with is twice your age, it's gonna break. And when you need it the most,
Why
it's
are
gonna
you
break.
talking about your father like that? Come on.
It was put in when Gerald Ford was president.
I was gonna say Dad's past twice my age, so that's what happens when you wait to have kids late in life.
Yeah, my parents are the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
he works better than his machinery does, though. So
Just-
we'll keep him around for now.
Just makes him an antique by now, right?
He's an antique.
You know,
that's for sure.
if a car is over 25 years old, is it 20 or 25? I think it's
Thought it was-
25.
well, it's vintage first,
Yeah.
and then there's another stuff. So I think 25 is vintage
Yeah.
because you
Then
can get the VA.
30
You
is
can get the VA plates
Antique.
for your vehicles, and you can drive it for 9 months.
You can get the AV plates.
Well, AV, VA, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think then it's 30 or 35 for antique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, we would all be antique vehicles, right?
Nope.
No,
35.
Vintage.
Almost.
There's
Almost.
time.
We're vintage.
But
right
the thing
now.
is, I might be 30-ish. I'm not going to say my exact age here.
No,
but
you probably shouldn't.
I
We
still,
like to keep
I
it
still
vague.
feel like I'm in my 20s. For
Ish.
being in my 30s, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. And
just don't try to jump over any hurdles anytime
No, we're not-
soon,
we're not
Mr.
gonna do that.
Track star. Break another foot.
I cleared it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Now take me to the hospital.
No, I slept it off first, and then I realized it wasn't any better, and I had to go to the hospital.
You ever seen that video of I think he was, maybe he was doing a triathlon or something. This guy on a bike, and he fucking ate shit crossing the finish line, and he's just sitting on his ass, and he goes, Did I win? You ever see-
No.
No, buddy, you didn't win.
So I got one. So I got one here for you guys. Now we'll see if you can think back to the old days of high school.
Oh boy.
Little blast from the past. We watched a movie the other night the wife hadn't seen. Remember The Ringer?
Oh, with Johnny,
With Johnny
Knoxville?
Knoxville.
When the fuck do we get ice cream?
Oh yeah.
That has been
Okay.
in my head.
Ad-lib.
That has been in my head rent free for the last 3 weeks, and I cannot quit thinking about it.
When the fuck do we get ice cream?
But did you see, if you watch close, Johnny Knoxville isn't paying any, like he's laughing and
He's
turning around the
laughing
whole
so
time.
Oh, yeah.
fucking hard.
They had to do a retake on it so many times he couldn't
Yeah.
keep it straight.
Right. I actually, I pulled up a clip. We were watching basketball on Club Rec earlier today. Well, the Blackhawks were on and they sucked.
Which level of basketball are we talking about?
College.
College. Okay,
College.
so like real basketball.
Yeah. Not,
Because NBA is just nothing but
I don't watch
showboating.
I don't watch the NBA.
Now,
NBA's
I will say this. A couple years ago, we went to a Bulls game.
Yeah.
Friends took us. We were like 4 rows off the court.
Yeah.
Them guys are tall.
Oh yeah.
You know, you hear the stats, 6 foot whatever, and it's like you get there and you're like,
Like the
they
small
make-
guys.
they
small
make the-
guys are our height. Like
but
6'2".
on TV, it looks normal to
Well,
us.
'cause it's a
but you get there,
downward angle.
but you get there person to person. The court looks small, the
Yeah.
hoops look small, and
Well,
the
the
guys
court's
look
only-
like they're just absolute giants.
The basketball court's only like 94 feet. Like
No,
it's,
yeah.
it's small. I mean,
Yeah, and like Chicago United Center, they use United Center for basketball and hockey. So when you're used to going up for hockey games, you get there and you're looking at this basketball court going, these guys aren't athletes, you know?
What happened to all the
no,
ice?
they NBA players. They are athletes.
Correct.
Yes.
But I feel like the NBA level is just a whole nother level of just, it's a bunch of showboats out
Yeah.
there.
It's now. I for
Like,
years and
I
years.
feel like the last 5 minutes are the only time you need to watch.
right. The
It's like
last,
a NASCAR race.
I do like watching the roundy round sometimes.
They made a left turn.
No, I had
Another
every
left turn.
intention. I was back home. I had every intention of watching the road race they had in Chicago last year. Then it rained like fuck. I turned the volume up
And it
to
went
hear the
later as
engines,
shit.
and they did 3 laps in the rain, and they go, "All right, we're done," and they fucking called it. And I was kind of upset about it.
Because the first year, it was the second year they did it. The first year it went, they delayed it. They ran in the rain and they had a lot of
Yeah.
accidents and
Yeah.
stuff. It was cool
Yeah.
for what it was.
Yeah, no, it's like a race in downtown Chicago. It's dope as shit.
Yeah. But is it really worth shutting down a whole city over? I don't know.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Well, they
It
shut
brought
down.
in
I
a
think-
lot. It brought in a lot of revenue, and it's cool because it's like I've walked down those sidewalks
Yeah.
and been on those streets, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to be like, hey, I've been there. And they're
And-
racing there now.
I think they shut down Vegas. I think they do a race in Vegas too.
I think that's coming up.
Yeah.
They didn't do it yet.
Well,
I think that's this year's circuit.
maybe.
I think so.
I think they're still doing Chicago too.
Yeah, Chicago was like a 3-year deal.
But I have a nice stereo out in Club Rick and the nice sized TV, and I turned up the volume to hear the, like the sound, the
Yeah.
national anthem, the start your engines, and then they did a lap and a half, and 3 cars crashed, and this is awesome, and then they shut the race down. It was like, all right, we're done. It's raining. Lame. Fucking lame.
It's kind of like if you actually go to a NASCAR race in person, you think it's going to be really epic, and it's kind of like, let's just get drunk.
It's 3.5 hours of let's sit there
When they
and-
still did the NASCAR race out at Chicagoland, we had some friends. They had the whole weekend pass where it started with
Yeah.
the trucks, and then the next day's the
right.
whatever the next the 400 series, and then you had the big 500 series
Right.
on Sunday.
3 days of
And
racing.
Chicagoland lets you take in a cooler that normally you can fit like a soft-sided 6-pack in. Mm-hmm. Well, you can get 8 in there if you really work.
If
at
you
it.
really tried,
So you get drunker and shit in the parking lot to start with. Then you take the cooler in.
you pregame.
Well, and the key is to pregame, because once you get in there, then beers aren't cheap.
Oh no!
No,
fuck
So
no.
you put a good 8 or
You
10
ever
down
been to
before
any
you go
sporting
in,
event?
and you put 8 or 10 down. Then you walk in. Well, we strategically had it figured out because we had our one friend that wasn't going to drink because he was driving. He brought in sandwiches. They didn't care what you brought in your cooler. You could have packed a whole damn
The
picnic.
cooler just has to be the right size.
So we all had the beers, and he brought in Subway sandwiches for us. So all of a sudden, we're sitting here halfway through the race, and I am hammered drunk. And I got to sit there and try and start soaking it up because I am miserably drunk. Like, I could care less about the race. Let's just go pass out in the bed of the pickup truck at this point.
first 17 laps of the fucking race.
Yeah, it was fun for a while. Then it was just, you don't know what's going on. You don't.
I respect racing.
Do you want to go to a dirt track race this
I
summer?
would fucking love to go see a dirt track race this summer.
We'll go road load our way over and
We'll have to find somebody to drive because I'm gonna get fucking hammered.
I'm usually good at stopping after
Yeah.
a perfect amount.
I think there's a brewery down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to that brewery.
Well, maybe we ought to put that on the list for this summer.
We
I don't
should.
think I've been there since.
Did you ever go to the races? Oh,
I never went to
Oh.
the races, but I went to the shows.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run a good circuit over there. They get guys that come in from states away.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching the cars line up when I was
From out yonder.
sleeping in the freaking sheep barn.
Bah,
Bah.
daddy.
We back home on holiday weekends, Memorial Day, 4th of July weekend, and Labor Day weekend, there was a drag strip. And it was BYOB and fucking whoever wanted to throw their car out there and run a quarter mile could. Sit in the grandstands with the cooler full of beer. Only rule was no glass. And then they'd have
Fair enough.
They've had flag girl competitions. And these trashy bitch. Yep, they'd show their fucking boobies, and we'd all hoop and holler, and we'd bet on the races. And the Mustang's gonna beat that S10 pickup. Well, it turns out the S10 pickup's got fucking battery.
He was
packs
a
in the back.
sleeper.
Fucking sleeper. They'd have a burnout competition. Oh, it was a hoedown and hootenanny. Come home at 4 a.m.
One of the best ones we did, we went up to a deal, and they had, it was team demolition derby, so it was kind of like a roller derby with cars. We had a blast sitting through that.
I fucking love.
They had it tied in with the local
love that
junkyard.
redneck
They were tied
shit.
in with it, and like these guys got the cars for free from the junkyards.
Yeah.
They
Got
they
'em
had-
running.
They had a month to work on them.
Yeah.
They all painted the same, but you had like little sprint cars. Then you'd have like a full size,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically had blockers, and you had like 2 station wagons in the back, and they were supposed to be the meat that was supposed to be back there blocking for the guys that were doing laps.
Yeah.
It was the first team to get 10 laps in. Well, all of a sudden, here comes a station wagon across the track.
1970s.
And you're talking a quarter-mile oval.
Yeah.
It's a fair-sized deal.
Yeah.
And he comes in and just slaps the shit out of this car. Bends
Well,
it.
bam!
They push him up
fucking
over
half.
the wall.
Yeah.
These guys are nuts. And then next thing you know, the heat would be over, and they're back in the pits fighting. There's full-fledged fights going on back in the pits.
Fuck
The
you,
cops are
bud.
back there.
Fuck you.
And we had a
bud.
blast.
Oh,
It was like
fuck
$10
you.
to get in. Our one friend took us. We tailgated.
Oh, that sounds like
It was an absolute
sounds like a
blast, and I don't know if they
great
still do
time.
it anymore or not, but that was a good time.
I would
Shit.
I would love to go see that shit.
Yeah.
There's a dirt track close that I still haven't been. Never been. They do races on Friday nights?
Talking the one over yonder or the one here close?
Yonder.
Yonder.
Yeah.
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 They've had a problem the last say 5 years or so. Like the promoter. They get a promoter in. The promoter spends pretty good money paying up to get people to come in.
Yeah.
And race on the weekends. But they don't end up making enough money through either the gate fees or the beer sales
It's
or whatever.
it's kind of a dying thing.
Unfortunately, but
Yeah.
you think about it, it's hard to sit there and say I want to drop $5,000 into my car every week to go back and race to win
Right.
$1,500.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you
it's-
got the people out there that all they want to do is race. They've got money burning a hole in their pocket, and they have a full on, onslaught of people that do their motor work, do their suspension work, and then you got the guys that are still doing the weekend warrior thing. They work a 50-hour week, work in their garage all night to get
Right.
ready to go back out, and the first thing the guy does that's got a full line of a mechanics working on their stuff turns into them, wrecks them into the wall, and then they just
And they're done.
They're done for 2 weeks because now they got to completely rebuild the car,
Right.
And then they're like, "Why am I doing this?"
Yeah. What is the point where it turns from being a hobby to, I can actually make money on it?
Yeah.
Same way with like tractor pulls. Like where does it turn from being a hobby to actually making money?
Oh, you don't make money unless you got sponsorship. It'd be no different than saying I'm going to be a YouTube person.
Yeah.
You could sit here and quit your job.
We don't make any money doing the podcast.
Oh no.
No, but
because
you know
we
what
don't
I'm
have
saying?
sponsors.
It's awful hard to sit here and say I'm going
But
to be a
speaking of
YouTuber.
sponsors, Tito's,
Tito's.
Jameson's.
And
You
if
guys
you want to
are-
send us fucking booze,
Old Elk, you listening here?
It's
oh fuck,
You like the product?
I would love to be sponsored by Old Elk. Fucking Jim Beam. Pick a booze.
Dr.
It doesn't
Pepper.
matter.
Yeah, we're alcoholics.
Dr.
It's
Pepper.
okay.
It's okay.
Support
Meal.
our cause.
That's
like
fine.
you guys are long
But
overdue.
you sit here and you're not going to sit here and say I'm graduating high school and I'm going to go into YouTube stardom, and think it's actually going to be successful. You can hope for it, but
That's when you try it though. When you're in
Oh,
high school.
correct.
I had the idea of starting a podcast in like 2008. Just never did it.
Yeah.
Well, 2008 still feels like it was yesterday, though.
Just so yesterday. I also thought I should invest in deer stock in 2008 and apple stock in 2008.
See, I invest in deer sticks.
and
We go hunting and make Slim
And-
Jibs, and
and-
those are delicious.
and buy
Those
fucking
are.
Bitcoin in 2008, and I just never did any of it. So,
And you probably get more than what Aaron did back in 2008.
you got any deer sticks? You got any deer sticks laying around? I'm looking for a
just
little.
picked them up. I wish I'd have thought about that before I come over.
I would love to put those
We
in
just
some fucking Bloody Marys.
We just drove down. You know when it was here, what 0.000 negative 10 or whatever here, the
Well,
beginning
come
of
back
January.
tomorrow.
The
Cold as
polar,
fuck.
the polar vortex.
Yeah.
We decided the wife had the day off and was like, well, not gonna go rake the leaves up outside. Let's drive to rural Illinois at our processor, who just got our deer meat all done.
Way the fuck down
way,
there. Yeah.
way down. And
Nice little road trip. Truck's got heat.
perfect road trip. Heated seats. It was a great day.
Wow, fuck yeah.
Sun was shining. There was
Yeah.
no wind. We saw probably
cold.
on the trip down, because we kind of took some back roads and screwed around just because what's the hurry?
Roadhead?
No, her father was riding with us. That'd have been very awkward.
Oh, well.
Now, when Fred rides with us, he takes naps.
You know, you never know when you're just like, yeah, we drove down and, we screwed around, da da da. I didn't know your father-in-law was with you.
Hey, you left that
Well,
part out of
he
the story.
deer hunts also. So
Well, no, I understand that, but
You get your,
you
get
left
your
that
sticks
part
done at the same place.
correct.
Yeah.
when you
Makes
began.
sense.
And,
Logistically,
So
it
we
makes
drove
sense.
down, and then we stopped at some random small town, had an all-you-could-eat buffet
Oh, fuck.
in a pole barn.
Oh, I fucking love it, dude.
$7.99, all you could eat. They had Hunt's Brothers pizzas.
Ooh.
You know, typical gas station pizza on
Yeah.
the buffet, but they had meatloaf special. They had country fried steak.
Oh, fuck, dude.
You know, the whole 9 yards. Potatoes, gravy
Nice little road
for
trip.
$7.99. You know how hard it is to drive 4 more hours home though after you smash some meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and country fried steak
It'd be real fun.
on a cold day when the sun's shining.
Oh, it'd be real tough. And there's heat in the truck.
Heated seats. It was hard not to want to just take a nap. And everybody else is sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
So what you're saying is your father-in-law was asleep.
And my wife in the back seat sleeping.
I'm losing interest in the story.
But he got deer sticks out of it?
That's the only.
Did you get a lot of, you shot a deer in the fall?
I shot 5 this year.
Holy, you shot 5 fucking deer, dude.
Yeah, that's a
What?
good year. Shot 2 down in Kentucky.
Yeah.
The weekend before Illinois' firearm season.
Yeah.
No, 2 weekends before Illinois
Okay.
firearm.
All
Then I
right.
come back and hunted
So
a
you're
weekend at
talking-
Illinois archery. Shot another one.
Early November and then mid-November.
Late October would have
Yeah.
been the first one. Then I think the first weekend in November I did an archery hunt in
Yeah.
Illinois and shot a nice buck
Yeah.
and had the week to do some stuff. And then the
What?
first,
Nice 8-point? 10-point?
that one was a 10.
And it was a 10?
If I remember right, it was a 10.
Do you mount anything? Do you
I do
fucking-
Europeans. I do it myself.
Oh, no shit. I did not know that.
Yep. So you skin them out and boil them and pressure wash them.
You
What's so
mount
funny over there?
Europeans.
I'd mount anything that says okay.
I mean,
But 5 deer this year?
5 deer.
that's a lot of
It was a
deer.
good year. The last couple of years had been kind of getting skunked and just been. The freezer was still pretty full from a couple of years prior, so
But it's a freezer. It'll
we had sat back and I was kind of trophy hunting a little harder on a pretty nice piece of land that my buddy has, and
Yeah.
so we were trophy hunting a little bit harder, and so I passed on a lot of deer, and so the freezer I looked it over this year and I was like, nope, it's going to be a year to fill them up. And we had done a Kentucky hunt for turkey in the spring, and so I already had my out-of-state license bought. So it was only another $150 to go back in the fall to deer hunt. So I'm like, I go down and I'm sitting there opening day, and here comes a fawn. And I'm sitting here
Spots
going,
and all.
I'm going, no, it didn't have spots, but there was still milk on the lip. It just got done nursing, but it didn't have spots. So I let it walk. I couldn't bring it upon myself.
No, it's hard to shoot fucking baby Bambi.
Well,
dude.
and then an hour went by, and here come its twin sister.
Did you murder that thing or what?
I shot it. I couldn't help myself. It looked bigger from 40 yards away. I get up, start dragging it. I go, this is what I shot. You know, because the deer aren't as big in Kentucky to start with. Like,
Oh, they are?
You think about an Illinois deer, you could have an Illinois doe that's 150, 160
Oh, yeah.
pounds on the
Illinois,
hoof.
Illinois deer totally
They're
fucking caught.
built. They're built.
fuck
you know,
yeah,
they're
they
made
are.
different. You go to Kentucky,
different.
they eat acorns. You know, there's squirrels that are as big as them sometimes. Like they're just
fuck outta
they're
here,
just
dude.
smaller. They are. There's no
I have
fat
no
on
idea.
them. Yeah,
I haven't spent a whole ton of time in Kentucky. I've been to
you
Louisville.
could find a 5-year-old doe that's got some size to it, but
Yeah.
they want to stay in the timber. They don't go out and eat grain.
They don't venture into fucking roads like Illinois deer.
Oh yes, they do. But it's usually when the buck's chasing them and they don't want a piece of that.
Yeah.
And they're running away, going no.
Jumping over cars and
Yeah,
shit.
jumping into them.
Yeah, hold that. That
Suicide
can happen,
over
too.
deer dick. You know.
I mean, that is always an option.
We're
Yeah.
just trying to ask for help.
I would rather take the bumper of this Ford Fusion.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
So what you're saying is this year you were the biggest inspiration of any Bambi knockoffs that are going to be coming up.
Well, I'm just trying to get a auto insurance company to sponsor me. So I figure if I shoot 5 this year, pick up some sponsorship, I'll go for like 7 or 8 next year.
Oh, okay.
You know, if they'll buy my tags next year. You know, so if anybody's listening,
Progressive, State Farm.
State
Yeah,
Farm, you
whatever.
know, country companies.
What's the one that I fucking hate? I hate their ad campaigns.
General.
No, those
Liberty.
are those are yeah.
No, that is the general. No,
No.
Are you
Liberty.
talking about?
Liberty. Limu
Mayhem?
Emu.
Yeah, I fucking hate the Limu Emu.
Yeah, Liberty Mutual.
Whoever's in charge of their fucking ad department needs to go die.
Did I tell you? So he tells me that one day. He's like, I fucking hate that commercial. It's like I can't believe what I can't even begin to imagine who would even have them. And I go to work and it pops up on the TV, and our assistant chief goes, "Hey, that's my insurance company." And I'm just like,
what the fuck?
See, I don't know how you go with anything but the Mayhem.
Oh, Allstate.
Yeah, I'm just talking commercial wise. They
Yeah.
probably got the best commercials out there.
I don't know. I'm getting really fucking tired. I watch a lot of football. I'm getting really fucking tired of the State Farm, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. The Fumblerooski. I fucking hate that commercial so much. I fucking hate it.
Honestly, I think all commercials are that way. You got about a threshold of 10 times.
yeah.
Yeah.
If
And then
you've
you're
seen the
like,
same
"All right,
ad 10
done."
times, it's
I
time
still
for it to go.
I watch a lot of college football too.
You still like Whopper,
I
Junior
fucking
Whopper.
love Whopper. I know I've told the story before. I fucking DeMar Hamlin's on the field dead, watching the game. I'm like, that guy's got to be fucking dead. We're just somber and everything. And Joe Buck goes, "Well, we don't really know what to do. We're gonna go to commercial, and hopefully he's okay." Well, they're attending to DeMar Hamlin or whatever, and it goes to black, and then all of a sudden it's Whopper. Oh my God, what? That is not the mood, bro. Play the fucking Dogs with Cancer commercial or whatever. Yes.
Keep everybody all somber and sad.
Yeah. You got a theme here, bro.
God damn it, Sarah McLaughlin.
And then I totally before the the whatever 15 hours that TikTok was quote banned, I saw it and I sent it to Andrew because that's all we do.
I'm pretty sure when TikTok got banned, the America's jack-off rate went through the roof.
Other websites.
Well, yeah, but I'm just sure that's what everybody did with their free time. Was just jacked
The
off.
porn sites skyrocketed.
Saw an up in traffic where it's allowed.
Yep.
Yes.
Up in traffic. And then everybody did not shit for 15 hours.
It's okay. It was overnight mostly.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have a problem.
I didn't either. But then I saw a TikTok. It was Whopper. Oh, they hit the second tower. And then it just cut.
Oh my gosh.
I sent it to Andrew.
Your
and
algorithm.
And then I tried to dig it back up, and it was banned. I
Yep.
wonder why. That was before the TikTok ban. I'm like, why can't I find this fucking video? Well, it turns out it's on YouTube Shorts. So
Oh,
I was able to
Is it
find
really?
it again. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay. I gotta look that up because I started.
Well, it might be banned on there now. They're usually a little bit delayed.
Damn.
Oh, they hit the second tower. Again, you know what the formula for comedy for hilarity is? Tragedy plus time. That's the formula for comedy.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, we're almost 25 years separated from 9/11. Should be able to make jokes about it, right?
Sure.
In right company, I guess. It's
Yeah, I mean,
The-
I
you-
wouldn't
you
be
still
standing at ground zero going, Whopper, 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 Whopper.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
9/11.
9/11. Who?
You said you'd never forget.
Yeah, I wouldn't be making these jokes at ground zero.
Well, no, it's a somber. It's like I wouldn't make Jew jokes at the Jewish jokes
yeah,
at
at
the
the
Holocaust
Holocaust.
Museum. I mean,
Yeah.
or you know, like eating a bag of potato chips at the Anne Frank Museum.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anyway.
Yeah, it's
time and place.
Yeah,
There's a time and a place
we
for
know.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, we're mature enough.
ish.
Ish.
Yeah. I said
We're-
enough, motherfuckers.
We're just gonna post this to the internet. I mean, it's
Yeah.
for anybody to listen.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible. I'm a nice person. I'm just humorous.
Whatever. Anyway, this has been another episode
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. Find us on Instagram.
Yes. Because fuck Twitter.
Email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. We want to thank our guest, Adam.
Big sexy.
That's, you know that's right.
Anytime.
You want to stick around for another one? We'll do another one. My name is Aaron,
And I'm Andrew.
This is Adam.
and we out.
He's a cheap fuck for sure.
What do you mean?